Kosteniuk and Dan dive into the Queen's Gambit declined exchange variation positional variation in this thrilling Fide Women's Grand Prix to lakhs 2425 Austria Round 3 encounter. On d4. On d5. On c4. Threatening pawn takes d5. On e6. Knight c3. Knight f6. On takes d5. On takes d5. This position is typical of Queen's Gambit declined exchange variation positional variation. Bishop g5. On c6. On e3. On h6. Threatening pawn takes g5. Bishop h4 played by Kosteniuk. Bishop e7. Bishop d3. King castled kingside. Knight ge2. Knight e4. Dan considers playing. Knight takes c3. Bishop takes e7. Knight takes d1 and seizes the initiative. Bishop takes e7 played by Kosteniuk. Queen takes e7. Bishop takes e4. On takes e4. Queen c2. Threatening queen takes e4. On f5 played by Dan. Knight f4. Kosteniuk wants to play. Knight g6. Queen f7. Knight takes f8 and secure a stronghold in the game. King h7 played by Dan. On h4. Rook e8. It is novelty move. King castled queenside. Knight a6. King b1. Bishop e6. On d5. Threatening pawn takes e6. On takes d5 played by Dan. Knight takes d5. Bishop takes d5. Knight takes d5. Queen f7. Rook d4. Rook ac8. Threatening rook takes c2. Queen d2 played by Kosteniuk. Knight c5. Knight f4. On a5. Rook d6. Rook e5. Rook c1. Kosteniuk's idea is to play Queen d4. Queen e8. On a4. Knight d3. Rook takes c8. Queen takes c8. Knight takes d3. On takes d3. Queen takes d3 and dominate the board. Rook ce8 played by Dan. Queen d4. Kosteniuk considers playing. Rook takes c5. Rook takes c5. Queen takes c5 and establish a winning position. Knight d3 played by Dan. Threatening knight takes c1. Knight takes d3 played by Kosteniuk. On takes d3. Queen takes d3. Queen h5. On g3. Queen f3. Threatening queen takes f2. Rook c2 played by Kosteniuk. Rook 8 e6. Queen d1. Threatening queen takes f3. Queen g2 played by Dan. Rook d2. Kosteniuk might go for. On f4. Queen takes g3. On takes e5 and take decisive advantage. Rook b5 played by Dan. Rook d7. Rook c6. Rook takes c6. On takes c6. Queen c2. Rook d5. Tan is aiming to play Queen G1 check. Queen C1. Queen takes C1 check. King takes C1. Rook takes D7 and take decisive advantage. Rook takes D5 played by Kosteniuk. Queen takes D5. On B3. Queen F3. King B2. On H5. Queen D2. On C5. King A3. Kosteniuk considers playing King A4. Queen B7. King takes A5 and take decisive advantage. Queen E4 played by Tan. Queen takes A5. Queen C2. Queen E1. King H6. Queen F1. King H7. Queen C4. Threatening queen takes C2. Queen takes F2 played by Tan. Queen takes C5. On G6. Queen E7 check. King G8. Queen E6 check. King G7. Queen E5 check. King F7. On B4. Queen D2. On B5. Queen D3 check. King B4. Queen D2 check. King C5. Queen A5. Queen D5 check. King G7. On A4. Queen C7 check. King D4. King H7. Queen E5. Queen A7 check. King D5. Kosteniuk considers playing King E6. Queen B7. Queen C5 and establish a winning position. Queen takes A4 played by Tan. Queen C7 check. King G8. Queen C4. Queen A8 check. King D6 check. King H7. On B6. Queen D8 check. King C6. Queen E8 check. King C7. Queen E5 check. King D7. Queen G7 check. King C8. Queen F8 check. King B7. Kosteniuk considers playing Queen C8. Queen A3. Queen C7 check. King H6. Queen F4 check. King H7. Queen E5. Queen B3. King C6 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen A3 played by Tan. Queen C7 check. King H6. Queen E5. Threatening Queen H8 mate. King H7 played by Tan. King C7. Queen C1 check. Think carefully what is the best move for Kosteniuk. King D8 is the correct move because Queen H1. Queen C7 check. King G8. On B7. Queen D5 check. King E7. Kosteniuk have small advantage. Let's proceed to the main variation. Queen C1 check. King B8 slightly worse move played by Kosteniuk. Kosteniuk is planning to play Queen C7 check. Queen takes C7 check. On takes C7. King G7. On promotes to Queen at C8 and sees the initiative. Queen A3 played by Tan. On B7. Kosteniuk is looking to play King C8. Queen a6. King c7. Queen a7. Queen d6. On g5. Queen e7 check, and establish a winning position. Queen a2 played by tan. King c8. Threatening pawn promotes to queen at b8. Queen a6 played by tan. King c7. Kosteniuk is aiming to play. Queen c5. Queen f6. Pawn promotes to queen at b8, and take decisive advantage. Queen a7 played by tan. Queen d4. Queen a5 check. King c8. Threatening pawn promotes to queen at b8. Queen a6 played by tan. Queen d5. On g5. Queen takes f5 check. King h8. Queen e5 check. King h7. Queen e7 check. King h8. Queen e5 check. King h7. Pawn takes g5. King g8. Queen d5 check. Pause the video and find the best move for tan. King f8 is the right idea because Queen d8 check. King f7. Queen f6 check. Queen takes f6. Pawn takes f6. King takes f6. Still tan is losing. Let's proceed to the main game. Queen d5 check. King h7. Slightly worse move played by tan. King c7. Queen a7. Think carefully what is the best move for Kosteniuk. Queen f7 check is logical continuation as King h8. Queen f8 check. King h7. Queen f7 check. King h8. Queen f8 check. Kosteniuk have small advantage. Let's explore the main variation. Queen a7. Queen d3 check turns the tide in the opponent's favor. Played by Kosteniuk. King g8. Queen c4 check. Kosteniuk claimed a well-earned victory.